Hey, welcome everybody. We might be starting about an hour earlier, 45 minutes early, depending on where you are, depending on what your expectations are. Um, I gotta sync up to Rory's time zone because, quite frankly,
I'm just awkward.
the most important thing is Rory in this show.
Oh
I,
dear.
I don't know if we've made that clear or not, and if Rory's not here, all I get are people talking about how sad they are that Rory's not here. Um, let's see if we can start a Mr. Announcer bot. So as a result, I got a surprising message from Rory about 15 minutes ago saying, "All right, buddy, we got it. I'm ready to go when you are." And I'm like, "Oh no, time zone." All right, so let's do this. I'm going to see if I can start up. Let me do this. Can I kill Chrome? Let's see what I can do here. What do I got in here? It looks like I can totally kill Chrome. Let's do that. Then go in. Normally I'm way more, prepared as we go through this whole thing here. Whoops.
In fairness, normally you've got a little bit of notice that we're doing this,
Right.
as opposed to the 10 seconds or so I gave you.
Yeah, that's true.
Which
All right.
is kind of harsh.
I just started up Mr. Announcer Bot. We'll see if Mr. Announcer Bot gets working. I'm going to start for a while, I think, without Mr. Announcer Bot, and we'll see what how well that works, and then we may go back and start it here. Let's jump over to some code, and kind of we'll show you where we are. Actually, let me bring up a couple things here. Is it just me or is the audio really low? Let's check that. Let me see what I got here. Here's my desktop.
Well, is the audio low for
check.
both of us, or just Mark, or just me?
Well, hold on 1 second here. I got a 2-channel mix here from 2 different mics, and I just turned one of them off. I'm looking at my audio, and it's looking not bad. Interesting. Yeah, I don't think it is something on my side. I don't. For me, the levels look good in terms of what I'm sending out according to OBS. All right, so let's do this. Let's switch over here, get this in the background here. Here's today's, wait a second, why didn't that push up there? We should have a episode 104 begin. Did I fail to send it? Oh, look at that. It did not work. Wait, am I connected to the VPN? I'm not, so that's good. Thought we were in trouble there, but look at this. This episode couldn't add that that right there. So that's what's going on there. For some reason, we can't add the tag. It says it already exists. Interesting. Okay. Well, I think we're probably pretty close. If we refresh here, yeah, it's still not showing it. Interesting. So anyway, I think you can go here in terms of what we're using here. Formula test. This is just a piece I added because we're testing the formulas for the CodeRushed formula rendering engine, which I showed you a little bit about last time. I think you were here for that.
That was the latex stuff, yeah?
Yeah. It's not bad. It's a subset of latex that we're supporting. And however, it's based on an open source engine out there. And we're actually working with the original author to improve that a little bit. So
fair enough.
So it's kind of cool when I'm able to say, hey, team members, go out and and contribute to that. So so it's pretty cool. You can do a lot of standard formulas, but some of the more advanced or elusive stuff, some symbols in chemistry we don't have yet. And also matrix support we don't have yet, but these are all things that we are pushing in a direction to get there and to get correct. I'm actually pretty excited about it. I love this idea of being able to put mathematically rendered, beautifully rendered formulas in with code that has roots in math. So okay, so with that, let's kind of pick up where we were. Normally, I do a review before we start, so I'm kind of, up to speed. I haven't had that opportunity. I'm just going to hit start here, and we'll hit run on the Dungeon Masters app here. We'll take a look at the UI that we ended up creating. You didn't show my favorite Greek character, Lower Omega. Lower Omega, you mean lowercase omega? I'm happy to show you that character. It's like one of my favorites as well. Unless there's a joke there, in which case I'm not getting it. So sorry, for that.
That's
All right.
straight over my head too.
If it is a joke, I'm not sure. So here we are. We were on this page. We can add an existing, and we can select one of these. Did you see this UI, Rory?
I did not see this UI before. No, I saw you were approaching it. Certainly, there was the construction of it. I was sort of in code, but I didn't see it functional.
I think you left.
So this is good.
Yeah, and/or I might have worked on this on Friday. I'm not entirely sure, but basically these are all the pieces. If I cancel, these are all the pieces that we built here. This list right here. Okay. So those are all of those in the list. If we were to add a new one here, like Fireball 5, we could do that. And I don't think this is going to work because I don't have the right stuff running or loaded. Yeah, it's not. Oh, and I'm also don't even have the right screen up. So I don't even know if we'll be able to test or not. Omega plus IL is my name. Wait, Omega. Hold on one second here. Let's go investigate this second. Hit the brakes for a minute on this. I want to go in here, CodeRushed code templates. I just want to make sure that, where are we? The Greek symbols. Here we go. The Greek symbols. I'm assuming O is in here. Yeah, Omega. So .O is going to give it to me. I can't do this because I'm running. Is that right? Yeah. Let's go to another instance of Visual Studio. Bring up the timeline control solution.
I see. Because the lower omega looks a little bit like a W.
Yeah.
So Sorry, I'm a little slow today. That does make sense.
I think I was totally figuring it. Yeah, okay. I think I was figuring it the wrong way is what I think I was doing. I was like, when I said omega, I was thinking, I guess, of uppercase, which is like the upside down kind of horseshoe looking kind of thing, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Am I remembering that? The lowercase omega,
right.
I don't remember that. So we'll have to check that out. What's going on with Visual Studio here? Why don't I have a... I thought I started it. I don't see it. Wait, hold on. There's something down here in my taskbar. Okay, it just wants me to click on it. All right, so here we go. Let's do this. So /F gets me a new formula, and then .O is going to give me a lowercase omega symbol. And then, yeah, you're right. There it is, Will. We can come in here and we can specify a size for this too to make it larger. And there we go. And then we can come to the end and type in Will, like that.
Sweet. That is kind of nice. I like that.
As always. That's pretty cool. There you go. I love it. Yeah. Okay, so there you go. You're forever immortalized here, Will, in the code, in the timeline XAML.xs code. Okay, back over here, back over to the app. So anything we add here are existing effects. So now over here in the effect group, I can say add existing. This comes up, and I really like this because it's one click. And these are big enough that I can, hover over them. This is a list box just holding buttons. I'm totally fine with it. It's pretty simple, easy to make. The only thing I maybe want to do is sort these. And then maybe secondarily add a filtering ability once these get really bad. So I can just click on Fireball 4. It's going to go out, load Fireball 4. Let's see if its length changes when I change it to poof. What the? Uh-oh. Effect entry.
Effect builder, effect entry from if it is an effect builder, which it is.
Nothing was set for it yet. I'm going to add some code here that's basically going to be get me out of there if effect entry is null. Put the selection back up here. Okay, so let's see one more time. Can I do this or no? I have to click this first. And okay, there we go. I click it. I see what happened. I added it, but I didn't select it. And so this didn't update. And that's when I was making changes. It says nothing is selected to it. So there's Fireball. Now let's change Fireball to poof and see if the length changes here. Yeah. And go back to Fireball. Does it go back to where it was? Yes. Okay, cool. It does. So that's very cool. So we have the length determined by the animation now. So what we do is I basically put some constants in here for the different animations, so I know how many frames they are and I know their frame rate, and so that's how I'm taking care of that.
So that's nice. That allows you to add the graphical side of this. So the Fireball in this case, and you get an accurate rendition of how long that's going to be. Then when you bring a sound in, or other components, you can now say, you can judge effectively where they should start based on where maybe they'll end, or maybe you want to
Right.
reverse it and do it the other way around. So you get this
Yeah.
incredibly visual, obvious way to sort of place things in the timeline.
Yeah, super cool. We can come in here and say add a new sound effect. There's my new sound effect. Click this button right here. Go out, grab the sound effect. Let's grab blood squirting impact, weapon impact. I think we saw it. We showed this, and there's that. This I can't adjust the length on. These I can, but I'm not doing anything with that yet.
Okay.
Right? So what I want to be able to do, though, is I want to be able to take this group, this collection, including the offsets, all of these pieces, convert them to JSON, send them over via Signal R, and then unravel them on the other side and actually make them go. And that's what I want to do today in the next 36 minutes before Rory has to leave. So that's our goal here. So, speaking of which, I want to go, let's do this. I want to bring up, I want to go get a glub, glub, glub sound effect here. So let's go do that. Let's bring this up here, browse sound effects, and see if we can find a glub, glub sound effect. See what we got here. Underwater glub, water bubbles or glubs. I want kind of like somebody drinking. Oh, that's actually pretty cool. I'm gonna freaking download that right there. We'll get that. I'll download that as well to the to that folder, and we will. Let's see here. I need to get to grab this folder here, and we're gonna go put that over in. Save it there. It is saving out as a zip file, so I'll have to unzip that when it comes down. Looks like it's down. Here we go right here. Here's our underwater glub. And extract all. And let's just put it right here in the same folder. And it should be here. So now we've got an underwater. That's it. Let's double check that. I think that's it. Okay, so we're just going to say, we're going to call that potion glub sound, potion swoosh sound, like that. All right, so that'll be like one of our test pieces right there. In fact, we can, now that we've downloaded that, we can now we can add it in. We can add it in here. I did not, by the way, I did not get the rename UI done. I was starting to work on that and just have not worked on it at all. So I've been like pretty busy over the weekend. You say fair enough. I feel like I've let myself down. Let's add a new sound effect here because I really want to be able to right click this and say glove, or whatever, so I can see it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's fair enough. Yeah, I understand that.
Oh no, we only have MP3 files. Oh, wave. Potion swoosh. Okay, so there's our potion swoosh. Then we want to do a fireball after that. And I don't know if we need this one. We can delete that one. So we got a potion swoosh, then the fireball, maybe a poof effect as well. So we come in here, add it, get a blue smoke one right there as well, and then followed by a fireball, like that. Okay, so that's kind of our test right there. And I'm glad I'm not spending more time on this because I just realized we're gonna have to restart, and I'm gonna lose all of this in a second here. But I need a button on here that says send. Actually, let's see what we can do. Let's just do that. Use that killer feature in XAML that lets us add controls and things like that to it. So I'm going to hold on one second. I just realized I've got a bunch of things blocking. I want to make sure I've got the live view up here so I can see. Got the chat window. VS 2019 launch is on. Is that just happening now?
Apparently so.
I'm in the preview version of this thing still. I don't see any update yet, notice for it. So my guess is it'll probably happen. If they're doing the launch now, it'll happen in the next hour or two. Okay. So let's say, where do I want my test button? I think I want it down below the effect builder is what I think I want. So I'm going to put the button right here. Just use the B template for a button there. I'm going to say button test group effect. like that. And then I'm going to say test group like that. And look at what happened to our UI. Isn't that awesome? It's got it there. We can't put the on-click handler yet. We need a couple
We need a
things in here.
breakpoint first, don't we?
Yeah, I want to show you. Actually, let's talk about CodeRushed templates for a second. Can I do that? So I have, by the way, a template for setting width, a W followed by a number, like W30, like that is going to do this.
Yeah, I like those.
I want to be able to type in MW30 to set the min width like this. I don't have that.
Yeah.
So I want to add that right now. So let's go into extensions, CodeRushed, code templates. God, I hope they fix this extensions menu by the time they released. They've been oddly quiet about the whole thing. If we go in here, it says, hey, it's a num prop followed by 3, num prop 3, and then num 2 kind of thing. What's going on here? It's a num prop. So what is that? That's over here in the template name variables. So numeric properties, here they are right here. So to change the template, I just go to template name variables actually, because the template is composed of variable names combined together, the letter followed by the number. So I'm going to type in MW, and over here I'm going to type in min width. Roy, can you send me an email on this so I don't forget to
Can do.
Ship these? MH over here to min height. I said I was going to talk about templates. I'm actually not. I'm talking about template name variables instead. So I've now just added MW and MH here. Now I'm going to click OK, and now I can type in like MW, say 60, like that, and I get the min width right there. Like there was what I want. Now, actually, now that I think about it, what I really want to do is I want to max one as well. So I'm going to add X inside there. I'm going to create 2 more. Let's just bring up the options. It should bring up the last page we were on. And numeric properties right there. Come in here and we're going to type in MXW. That's going to be our max width, like that. And MX height, whoops, over here, sorry. MX height is going to be our max height, like that. All right? Those are what I want to ship. So send me that email, Rory, so I got that. So now I'm going to come in here and I'm going to say, I'm going to come in here. Uh-oh, what's going on? Got a little bit of, my mouse is gone. My mouse is not moving. Hold on a second. Let me unplug and replug it in. I've been having, by the way.
It did sound like a USB unplugging.
Yeah, hold on. If I go over here, yeah, I can move it around on my laptop, but why can't I move it around? Hold on, let's double check. Yep, that's it unplugged. Yeah, I've been having problems with my USB ports. It's plugged in and not moving, as if it's not getting enough power. My USB ports are plugged in. I bought 2 USB ports, and this one I've been having problems with. I've had 8 USB plugs in it, and one by one I'm pulling them out and plugging them into available ports on my laptop when this has been happening, and now it's happening again. And now the problem is I've got this. Is it just not long enough, or is it? Yeah, it's actually not long enough. That's making me sad. I really, really, really want it to work. The mouse is lighting up, but it's not moving. What can I do? What can I do here? Yeah, the cord is just not long enough to reach. I can unplug my side monitor. I've got an extension cord on the floor. I have to get down to go get that and fix that. Just give me a break. Wait, what is this one? That one's going to, oh wait, hold on. I gotta I'm going to unplug this, plug in that. So I've just lost my Stream Deck pieces. Plugged in my mouse again. Now my mouse is moving. Okay. Let's see if I can plug in my Stream Deck into this really bad USB port. Yeah, and I'm not sure if it's a software problem or a hardware problem. Let's see. Stream Deck pieces are not lighting up. Sad. That's sad. Okay. What other options do I have here? Boom, boom, boom. I think there's another way to do this. Hold on a second. I'm coming back over here. And I've just unplugged my right monitor. One of these I think I saved to unplug, and I just don't know which one. Looks like that one was it. And now here, back in. Do we have mouse movement? Yes, we do. Okay. So I've got mouse movement. But hold on, I think I got it. Wow. There. Okay, it's crazy. Yeah, I've got USB problems. I think they're on the laptop itself, is what I think. Because when I just plugged that in, I lost the other USB port right next to it, and then I unplugged that, plugged it back in, and got it back. So now I have essentially a bare minimum of what I need up here and running. I've got a moving mouse. All right, so let's come in here. I want to do this. Because this is... Did I lose my keyboard? Ugh, that's what I lost. Okay, hold on. There's still, let's see what I got. Okay, that's that one. I'm just unplugging and seeing what doesn't die. Keyboard up. All right, so now I have a keyboard. Is it working? Come on, keyboard. Hitting my caps lock on and off. Yeah, it's as if it's not getting enough power, I think. I got lights on the keyboard, but nothing's working. Let me unplug the keyboard again.
At what point do you have to sacrifice the webcam to get keyboard and mouse?
Wait, did I? Yeah. I was just looking up. I was like, wait, did I sacrifice the webcam? No, I didn't sacrifice the webcam.
You have not yet.
I'm good. I'm good on that so
You're
far.
still there.
Yeah, this is going to take some thinking here. But yeah, the keyboard is not responding now. I've got lights on, but it is not responding. I'm just got to try to figure out which one is the keyboard. That's the mouse. That's my right Stream Deck. Keyboard's not going away. What is this one? Is it... Where is my keyboard plugged in is now my new question. I thought that was the button, that was the keyboard. And that's my left one. Okay. Yeah, I'm now realizing I'm going to have to label all of these guys. Okay, now I'm just randomly unplugging things now here because my keyboard light didn't go off at all in any of that activity. I thought it was one of those I just plugged in, but apparently not. What do we got? No. What's this one? There it is. Found it. Okay. So one more time. Here we go. Nope. Lights go on, but it doesn't behave. Switching over to a different USB port. And which one of these can I remove? I forget. Is it that one? It's that one. Now we're in. Caps lock works. Okay. Yeah. So I'm going to call this USB woes. These are USB woes. All right, so let's come in here now that we've added that piece in here. We're going to type in MXW, lowercase MXW for max width. What?
Is it just XW or MX?
No.
No, I think it was MX, wasn't it?
Let's go look at it. Numeric properties, MXW, max width. Does it not see that we are here?
We do not have a number.
Oh, right. That's what it was. MXW, and then I want to say like it's I don't know, 70, like that. And so there's my max width is 70, and now I come over here, and there's my test group button over there, and which is I think I'm cool for that with that for right now. Okay, so good enough. Next, I need a breakpoint in here. So I'm going to come in here to this piece right here. And I'm going to set a breakpoint there, change the selection. Then once there's a selection, then I'm going to come back over into the XAML. And so that now that we're in that breakpoint, and I'm going to come in here and I'm going to say click and new event handler. And there is our event handler. And now we'll set a breakpoint here and continue to run this. And now I'm going to click the test group button right here on this group that we have. And I'm going to say, go. Nice.
Excellent.
Yeah, not bad.
That's a workflow that works.
It's not bad. Okay. Let's go look at, I want to look at that timeline where we're loading it up. I'm assuming that's going to be in the constructor up here. Yeah, item sources, timeline data.entries. Timeline data, I think, is a field. There it is right there. Entries is the piece we want to serialize. Okay? Mm-hmm. So we want to serialize that. Now, guess what, kids? I've totally forgotten how to do this. I know we're gonna use like Newtonsoft, JSON
Something
calls.
to do with JSON, yeah.
Yeah. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to the other control where we last wrote the code and go look at that code because, like I say, I don't remember it. That was in, I think, D&D UI, user controls. It's either an effect builder or it's up here in the Dungeon Master one, the effects list. I think this is where it is. So if we go here, test group effect is here. And we've got this test group effect, and this is what we're doing right there. That's the call we're making. So if we come back over to where we were, we're looking at code that kind of does this. We've got JSON convert problem here. It doesn't know where that is. So I'm going to just use it directly there. Just put it in there instead of a reusing reference because I can't do that. Hubtastic base station, what's going on with that? Where is that? We might have to break and stop because Hubtastic base station is it's in DHDM is where it is, and we are in the no.
Did the keyboard just give up?
It did. It totally did. I just unplugged it. Plugging it in again. Yeah, what I don't understand is I feel like I'm giving it plenty of power. These things have got every one of these, hubs is got power feeding into it. I just unloaded and plugged it back in again, and I've got it back again here. So that's inside of Hubtastic Base Station is up inside of here. And what do you want to bet the group effect builder is not in DHDM? It's low. So what do I want to do about that? I want to do this instead. Let's kill this. We're going to get rid of that is what we're going to do. Really? Am I dead again? My keyboard is dead again, Rory. What do I have left? Okay, I'm going to do this. You keep an eye on the chat room. I'm killing my right monitor. My right monitor, I am killing. My keyboard, I'm getting in there. That means I won't have access to the chat room, obviously, right here. I'll put it in the other window on the far left, so I've got it over there. And then at least now I've got my keyboard plugged directly into my laptop. Okay, so we can't do this. We're gonna undo it this here. We're gonna keep running, and I'm gonna get rid of that test group button there, and we are instead going to. We're going to move this, put this over somewhere else. So let's, we'll cut that to the clipboard and get over to here, I think is where we want to be. And here's the effect group with the group effect builder. And now I'm going to paste that piece in there, but I don't want the click. Are we in trouble? What's our problem? Oh, it can only be set once. That's okay. We'll put all of this inside of a grid. I don't think I need a name for it. And I don't think I need this. And I am going to change this to a stack panel anyway. I seem to like, I'm a bigger fan of stack panels than I am of grids. For most of the layout I do. Okay, so we're going to say this is going to be the effect group, like this, and the orientation is going to be vertical. Let's go fix that. Let's paste this piece in. There it is, the group effect builder there, and the button underneath it, and we need another breakpoint, and all right, we'll get our breakpoint back from the other place because that was pretty easy to do. Selection changed, we're going to do that. Come over here. Got to do it. Looks like, what did I lose a bunch of these? I don't understand what just happened with that. All right, so there I've got a selection changed. Now I'm going to come back over into the main window. There's my button, and I'm going to say click, new event handler, go inside there. Next, I need to get that code we were at before, and that code was here. This is where the code is going to work. Okay, now.
So, Mark, do we predict a set of circumstances for the new stream wherein you might want an effect composed of more than one graphical effect?
Yes.
You do. So we're going to need some kind of a control within our assembling a group of set effects in order to determine Z order of those effects, just in case some need to be on top of others.
I'm not going to worry.
I guess position in the list, maybe?
Yeah, no, I have decided not to worry about that. I'm not going to worry about that, Rory. Instead, I am going to determine the Z order in a kind of more logical way so that if effects are overlapping each other, the one that is the biggest, blockiest will be in the back, and the one that is the smallest will be in the front. So, for example, spark effects are small. Those will always be in front. So those like little sparks will shoot out, whereas the big poof of smoke would be in the back. That's how I'm going to do it now. And if I later need to do Z order, I'll take care of it. But really what I'm thinking of is there's going to be a sequence of animations, and the animations won't really overlap necessarily at the same time.
Oh, I see. Fair enough. Yeah, that's good.
Okay, so now we are here. And at this point, do we have a name? Whoops, do we have a name for our effect builder? We do not have a name for it. Can I add a name using this edit and continue feature? Wouldn't that be awesome?
That would be pretty good.
I will be super flippin' happy if we can do that.
Although, is that not... Yeah, it's no different to removing it altogether and then adding it with a name, right?
Yep, you're totally right. We're going to do both, just so that it's. I think it's going to. I think it's going to work. The only problem is, can it access the names from the code? That's really the question here. So,
Faith, I'm going to go and believe that it's going to be quite capable. Faith in the studio team.
I feel like we can end the show with that right there, Rory. End the show with the faith and belief. All right, so let's run it again. I've got a breakpoint over here now. And the test group button is out here. This is the one I'm trusting from the other page. Let's go ahead and we'll say add existing. We'll say we're going to do some blue smoke. Add new sound effect. We're going to get the wave file, the potion swoosh, and swoosh, and then blue smoke. So it'll be those two together. Click on test group. Nice, we're here. Let's see if we've got that name that's there. The name is Group Effect Builder.
Oh.
Not seeing it. Sad.
No.
That makes me sad. Okay, so it doesn't see the name of that, unfortunately. So I think we're going to have to restart. That's what I think we're going to have to do. So, that's right. We don't need high-end sound effects. We've got Rory.
Well, you see, you've got to make up for Mr. Announcer Guy not being there and so forth.
Fair enough. Okay, so here we go.
Obviously, not doing a good enough job to entirely make up for it, but he'll be back.
Yeah. Well, he might be here. Is he here or not? Did I start him up separately? I think I did. Says it's running. Did you try a test in the thing yet?
I did not.
Nope. Sad panda.
But
just now you did a sad panda.
Just now.
Didn't work. All right. Yeah. Okay. So one more time. Effect group, add existing, blue smoke, add new sound effect, load up. I want to change this one so it shows both instead of me switch.
Sad panda.
So the difference is that Will Bennett rocks and actually knows what the commands are.
Good.
Well
That's
done,
what I would
Will.
expect. Yeah, you know, I was thinking this morning, we really should rename this from CodeRushed to the Will Bennett Show. That's really what I was thinking. He sent me a sample code this morning, and he's like, take a look at this. I think you'll find it very elegant. And I'm like, yeah, I probably will. You got me there, I bet, already. I'm anticipating that. So, okay, so test group. Let's click there. So we've got a group effect builder now. There we go. So group effect builder, can we find that LB something in there? We can't. I should have made a property for it. Maybe I can still do that using edit and continue though. Let's go over to group effect builder .xaml. These entries are of an observable collection of timeline entry. Wait, let's just copy that and come down here, paste it, and return this. Oh, let's do this. That one. And that one. Edit and continue should do it. Okay, so there's that. It's not bad, right? I feel like if anything, I'm good at persuading Visual Studio to edit and continue to do my bidding, even if it says it can't. All right, so now if I come in here for entries, there we go. Okay, cool. Let's try a for each like this. Nice. What is going on here though? Do we have a problem? Are we not?
Will's got a couple of comments. He says, first of all, the sad panda was loud. Our voices are much lower than that. Secondarily, he's commenting on the code that he sent you earlier and says, actually, he's much simpler now. It's even better. So,
nice.
Hold off and wait for the new and improved, I guess.
All right. Yeah. I think that's correct. So sad panda, you know what I have an idea on? I think my volume control, let me try dropping my system volume down. Try doing another like awesome or sad panda. I guess I can do that right now. Let me do that. Send that out.
Awesome!
See if that is more in line. Let me know if that awesome is more in line. If it is, my system volume determines the broadcast volume, which is, I would call a bug. I would call it a bug if that's the case. See what you think about that. It's still louder than the voices. Why? Why is that the case? Yeah, I've got volume here all the way, and for both of our voices to be low. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? Hold on. I did this before as well. Hold on. Bring up the volume mixer. I'll bring that on screen so you can see it. Right? So here's what we currently have. And there's OBS. There's our system sounds. So I guess we say system sounds up. Skype is up there too. That's Rory's voice, probably, or system sounds, one of the two.
Testing.
And see how that is. And then we're going to do a, is it fixed or is it fixed? Fixed.
Fixed!
So there's a fixed.
That sounded quieter to me. But how it came across the stream is
Well,
a
wait,
separate
actually,
issue, I
that was
guess.
system sounds. I still brought system sounds up there. Although it could be that hold on. Fixed, yeah, fixed has its own volume control. When I play fixed, when I play these, they have their own separate volume control, which are maxed out. So I think, let's see what happens as we continue to bring this up and crank that up, those two at least right up there. And you can, no change, says Will Bennett.
Awesome!
Yeah, I don't get it. From my perspective, they both sound good. All right, I'll have to listen to the audio afterwards, just so I got that. Looks like, what's my problem here? Timeline control. Looks like I'm missing a using statement. Is that what my problem is? I'm hovering, but I'm not seeing any messaging here. Do I have an error for it? Yeah, could not be found. Let's stop. One more time. We'll get there. Since I've stopped, let's go back over to this guy and Roy, I'm expecting, note the time, I'm expecting to see remove type qualifier here.
Okay.
Give me that. Remove type qualifier should be here at this point in time. And it's not. Okay. What do we got here? Remove type qualifiers here. It wasn't in the other one. I wonder if it was because it was an A.B kind of thing. It was A.B.C.
Sure.
That might be it. Just note that as well if you could.
Yeah.
That's what I was expecting to see on the other one. Okay. A.B.C in a public property declaration is where it was. In fact, let me do this. Let me undo both of those. Let me undo all of that. I'm going to copy this to the clipboard. And then I'm going to put that into our chat room so that you can paste that code in. There you go. You've got it now. Then I'm going to go forward, Control-Shift-Z to put all that back. Okay. So there's that fix there. We want to go over into main window. So let's go in here. Add project reference to timeline control. Sure, why not?
There we go.
And let's come in here now. Remove type qualifier. Excellent. Okay, good. So for each one in here, and now we need to do something intelligent. You got what, about 15 more minutes? Is that right, Rory?
Yeah, about that.
Okay. We need to decide what we're going to do here. Either we're going to send over an effect group, which we can do.
Mm-hmm.
I think I want to do that. I think I want to keep it simple, is what I think I want to do. And I don't want to create a new class. That's what I was thinking of here, is the idea. But to make this work, the effect itself, it's got a time offset in milliseconds. Haha. I was anticipating this work. That's so flippin' awesome. I can't tell you how awesome that is. Okay, great. So we are going to come in here and we're going to say we need to add an effect to it. The effect we need to add is in the data. And I'm going to make a function called getEffect here, I think is what I'm going to do. And I'm going to pass it the timeline entry.data as an effect. If I'm recalling correctly, that's what we did, right? We put the effects in there. That effect, or no, effect entry is what it was, not an effect. Pretty sure it was an effect entry.
I think it was
right?
effect entry too.
Right,
yeah.
which had these three pieces and the effect kind piece on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So good with that. I'm going to do this, and let's declare this getEffect right here. And now what we're going to do is we're going to say if effect entry dot effect type effect kind equals effect kind dot animation. Hold on a second. I've got, like, because of the time difference, Rory, I've got all my prep alarms saying, hey, it's about time to start.
It's about time to go.
Yeah,
Well,
get all these
that
things
is a
done.
very good alarm you've got going. So apparently the time hits, 3-5 minutes to, and you send thunder and lightning to my location just to wake me up in time for the show.
Yeah, that's what I do.
It's now thundering, lightning, and hailing when just a moment ago, nothing.
Yeah. All right, so now we want to say, wait. The pieces we had, they're effects, right? So we're going to say return effect entry dot animation effect is what we want to return here. So we're going to say return that. Okay. Hold on. We got a bunch of alarms. There we go. I think they're done. Then otherwise we're going to say else if effect kind is this should all go inside of this should go inside of effect entry, is what it should be. So let's, all right, I'll keep writing it here, but I think I'm going to move this over, is what I'm going to do. Emitter effect.
Yeah, you're going to make kind of a current effect.
Yeah,
Obviously,
that's
does
exactly
essentially
what
the same thing.
yeah, active effect is what I'm going to call it, I think, yeah. And then the last one is sound effect, in which case we're going to do the sound effect one. Otherwise, we're going to return null. And some people prefer this, and I'm okay with that too. I'm okay with either one. Okay, so we're going to do that. Then I'm going to introduce a local for this. Hold on, back up. This is actually a note for the Visual Studio team. If you send me an email on this too, because I can send them this. But
Sure.
if there's only one occurrence of the local variable, my contention is the menu item. This menu item should just be here, right there.
Yeah, there's no distinction between the two options that are sub-menus.
Yeah,
so
it should just be
give me the
introduce
one thing
local.
so there's fewer keystrokes to type.
Yeah, so I just come down here and I hit enter, and it goes rather than hitting enter once and enter twice. That's the piece right there. If you can send me a note on that too, Roy, that would be appreciated.
Will do.
Thank you, buddy. Okay, so we're going to add the affected group, but we also want to do its millisecond delay. So effect.timeOffset millisecond is equal to the timeline entry dot start. Is that a time span? Dot total milliseconds. And I think that's the, holy cow, is the code that easy? What's going on here? What's my offset milliseconds problem here? It's an int. I'm going to change it to a double. I bet that's going to fix this over here.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Or I could do this actually. Let's just do this, change it back to an int. I really don't care about, sub millisecond accuracy. Hey, Kemble, can you close the door, buddy? All right, so we're going to come in here and say math dot round that, boom. And then we're going to typecast to an int. By the way, one of my favorite new templates, CI, cast to an int, C plus any type shortcut will cast to
Like that.
Type shortcut, super fast, saves me reaching for those parens, holding down the shift key, all kinds of things. Really awesome. By the way, today we're not going to give away copy CodeRushed because I didn't have enough time to prep it and pick a winner, but we will do that tomorrow. We'll give away 2 copies tomorrow. Okay, so there we go. We've got that offset now. We've got the effect group where we've added. Then now we should just come down to this, there, and we've got these two, we're serializing and we're triggering the effect, which means we should be able to get it on the other side. Now, the other side, I don't have anything set up yet for handling the timing, but we should be in good shape. I think I'm feeling pretty good about what we've got here so far.
So does our existing recipient code for trigger effect, does it understand that this could be multiple effects, that it's an effect group as an option?
We do have an effect group because we've already got a test for that. Here, I'll show you that. In fact, I think it's about time to start everything up is what I think it is. I think I'm going to shut down the artificial Mr. Announcer bot and get the beautiful one up and running here. Maybe your mic volume setting is low. Well, I can certainly crank my mic volume setting up. It's not that low.
I wondered about that, but
Check,
my
check,
mic
check,
is
check,
pretty
check.
much
Check.
certainly the same. Ooh, that's quite loud.
Check. Yeah, it's pretty loud. It's pretty loud. They're right there. I can do that. Yeah, it's
The only
not.
way my settings changed is if, I don't know, Windows or Skype decided to make some changes.
Yeah. Okay, so yes,
Yes.
that did help.
Yes, that did help. I guess it would have made you loud. I bet I'm not any louder, am I?
Too
loud.
No, you're fine. You're fine. What was weird is he was saying, I thought he was saying both you and I were low and everything else was
But I did
high.
as well. Yeah.
That's why I kept, thinking, well, I could try it, but no. And I looked at the volume settings. They were not bad, but now now they're just barely touching the red. So I'm like, okay. Well, all right. So here we go. We've got this piece up. We've got our effect group. One more time. We're going to say, let's do cancel here. Add a new sound effect. We're going to go get that glub, glub, glub that we added, or the potion swoosh rather. There's the potion swoosh. And at the end of it, we're going to add an existing animation, the blue smoke. And we're going to drag that over to the end of the sound effect.
Explosion, glug, 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 and poof.
And then when we click test group, I'm not sure what's happening here yet. Nothing happened because I think we don't have a breakpoint, but let's just look at these and take a look at what our timeline offsets are. Let's test the group here. So we're coming down here and we're coming in here. First one's a sound effect. Feels good. Potion swoosh.wave. Cool. Time offset milliseconds is 0 as we're expecting. We're about to do this. Total milliseconds start as 0. Happy for that one. That one's good. Here comes the next one. It's an animation effect. Sounds good. And look at the offset. It's about a second after it.
Very nice, yeah.
Right? And we can double check that. Let's just run it a second. It's not going to do anything yet. We're serializing it. But I just want to come in here, click this, and I just want to play this. Whoops, not that one. And can I open Windows Media Player? And is it playing? I don't hear it. Yeah, it's about a second. That's all I wanted to do is, oh, and I also can come in here and look at it. There's the duration, 1 second. So everything sounds and looks good from this point. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to close this down. Now we're going to go to switch over to TypeScript is what we're going to do. Roy, I look like I got 60 seconds left. I don't think we're going to be able to get this done by the time you have to go. But you know, that's kind of where we are.
It's not bad though, not bad.
As usual, you're
While we're here,
good.
though, Will Smith says you're definitely now too loud, so maybe we pushed it just a little far on the mic.
Okay, how's that?
But,
That looks a little bit better. Better. I'm going to say that is.
Certainly good either way, yeah.
I'm going to say that there's a lag there. What's interesting is why is it okay for you no matter what? Are we using a different mic for you?
I don't know. Will, is my sound okay? I mean, I know my voice tends to go up and down. He says perfecto, but he possibly is referring to your sound.
Yeah, I think he is. Hold on. Yeah, I'm using what's interesting is I'm using the same mic for you that I'm using for the broadcast. What's interesting is you're not really hearing any difference. I wonder if Skype's like, cleaning it up or normalizing it before it goes out, and OBS is just taking the pure signal and putting it out. Well, by the way, thank you so much for this. I'm going to keep a closer eye on this volume. Yeah, Roy's a little low. I never listened to him anyway.
Anyway.
All right, we'll work out
Will.
this.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, buddy. Great way to see you go. Yeah. So you're not going to know though.
With that, I'm leaving. Yeah?
All right. Thanks, Will. You just made Rory leave. Now we're alone. All right.
Fun. I will see you tomorrow. We're going to go with the earlier of the two potential times.
Yeah, dude, I'm not going to lose you, man. You're like my. I tell everybody you're my sidekick, but you're really the superhero.
Fixed.
Right? They're fixed. Okay, there we go. All right, Roy. We'll talk to you later, buddy. Thanks so much. All right. Yeah, definitely Rory's a superhero here, and so is Will. And speaking of which, I haven't said this yet today.
Will Bennett rocks.
But now I just did. All right. So, yeah, it's so funny. It's like I've got like 6 USB ports open and a bunch of USB plugs unplugged here because something's failing, and I'm sad about that. All right, so now we need to go over into some TypeScript code. And as usual, I've got to refresh my memory because, forgetting all of that over here. Here's my TypeScript code. This is going to be in the Dragon H piece, I think. I think it's in the Dragon front game is where... Do I have any effects in the back? I don't. Yeah, the back game is just for the scroll effects. So the Dragon front game is here. And actually, what we can do is we can hook into, I thought there was a connection file in here. Connect.ts, connection. Let's type all the way in, connection. What do we get here? .ts. Am I remembering that file correctly? There it is. Okay, so I did. All right, so trigger effect. This is the piece we want to go to. Trigger effect is here. Is a Dragon front game. Trigger effect in Dragon front game. That's where we want to be. Okay, so here's where we want to set our breakpoint. I also want to come in here and I want to change my startup so that we've got multiple projects that we're starting up. So I'm going to change startup projects there. And multiples. There's our Dungeon Master app. Mr. Announcer Bot we're going to start up, and the Overlay Manager we're going to start up. Those are the 3 we're going to start. Click OK on that. Let's make sure we have killed every instance of Chrome out there. Those are gone. And let's start with the breakpoint set here. Yeah, now I still got to figure out how to do the timing on this, because I don't have any kind of timing engine written yet here in TypeScript. That's really kind of the trick we've got to do. We need to, and I think what we're going to do, I think I got to do a little bit of research, but I think it's not going to be too hard, is the answer to the question here. So, in fact, I kind of want to do that research now. So I want to say it is the, there's set interval, and I think there's set timeout. Is that what it is? Set timeout in JavaScript? Let's see if that's what it is. Windows set timeout method. Set interval, set timeout. So set timeout is what I want. And that will, nice. So this will do the thing we want to do in the time, at the time. So it might be as easy simply as just that right there. And that will make everything work, and we'll be super flippin' happy. What's going on here? Not yet bound. That's okay. We know that problem is due to, let's get the local host up and switch over to Dragon Front Game. Dragon Front Overlay actually is what it is. Yeah, this actually may be pretty easy. Rory may have only been about 5 minutes away from fruition, from seeing this thing work. Okay, that's loading. Looks like over here we've got a breakpoint set there, and there it looks like it's loaded. Okay, so now back over here, we're going to go into the effect group one last time through the sequence, add sound effect. Let's get that glub, 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 potion swoosh sound. Let's add an existing one with it as well, the blue smoke. Drag the blue smoke over here, like that, and hit test group. Look at that, we're over here in TypeScript parsing the data. If it's a group effect, then we're going to do this, and then we're going to trigger the single effect. Let's go inside of here. Look at our DTO coming in. Time offset is this is the deal right here. So what I want to do is this. I want to do something that says, hey, what I really want to do is I want to say, if DTO dot time offset, right? Is that what it was? It was time millisecond offset or something. Let's look at it one more time. Time offset MS. Is greater than 0. If it's greater than 0, then what I want to do is I want to do, my home and end keys aren't working. Caps lock is working. Why aren't my home and end keys working? All the other keys are working. Home and end are not. Really? Let's try home and end on the other keyboard. Whoops, that was the numlock on there. Hold on. Home is not working there, or end is not working there either. What? Hold on, I got to note the time and report this here. Hold on a second. Okay, so home and end keys not working at about 1 hour in. Take a look at what's going on with that. That is bizarre. Okay, so if time offset is greater than 0, then we want to do that set timeout piece that we were looking at right over here. And oh my gosh, I've got left and right, but not up and down. What is going on? But they work in Notepad. Do they work over here? Nope. Something's going on in Visual Studio. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Okay. So that's really, really interesting. Okay, so I'm going to have to use the mouse in conjunction with this. All right, so what we're going to do here is if it's greater than 0, then I want to do, I guess, 2 things. I want to set the timeout to 0 and then recall this is what I want to do. Wow, this is really hard to edit with up and down arrow keys. I'm going to go crazy in a second if this doesn't come back. So we want to come back, trigger this, and I think it's going to look like this, this, and pass in the DTO. And what we want to do right up here is we want to do a var the type number that's going to be offset, and we're going to set that equal to DTO dot time off. Let's just copy this from up here, actually. Change this to a let instead. Let offset is equal to that. Then we're going to set this equal to 0 because we don't want to keep staying in an infinite loop, right? And then we're going to pass in offset here, like that. And I think we're done. We just return after this, and I think we're done. I'm not sure if set timeout has to be called on anything or not. Is it? It looks like it's not. Yeah, okay. So I think we're okay. That's where I think the code is on this. Let's see what happens if I hit, I got to come over, I got to run it. I'm going to run it. And I'm going to hit refresh on this piece right here. Okay, I didn't hear any sound effect, but I hadn't clicked it yet, I think. I'm going to hit refresh. We did see that blue poof, though, which was a great, great sign right there. Hold on, it's interesting, too. Look at that. Right next to me, you see the camera 2 coming up, which happens when we start up the app. Okay, so we're going to refresh that. When we refresh, we should be able to, I'm going to just do this. I'm going to refresh it, and I'm not going to, there's the refresh is done. I'm going to come back over here, and I'm going to just hope that this whole thing works. Test group. And then the poof. I did not see the poof, but we saw the poof before. Is it just too far down? I'm going to zoom out a little bit. Try another test group on here. I'm going to click it from the other monitor. It's not doing it. Why is that? Turn your signal effect DTO. Let's do this. Let's set it equal to -1. And then let's see, let's do a check to see if DTO time offset is equal to -1. And then we're going to get into the debugger if that happens. We'll say if it equals -1, then we're going to, I'll just set a breakpoint in here. We'll do that. Where's my breakpoint? Oh, I can't set the breakpoint because I haven't refreshed. Let's refresh. And then now can I do my breakpoint? There it is. Nice. Whoops, that's not where I wanted it. I wanted it there. I have to wait for the refresh to be done, maybe. Yeah, it looks like I do. So I just want to make sure we're coming back in here, because we may not be coming back in. No breakpoint there or there. I guess I went here. I'm not happy with that, but I guess I'll do that. I can also put the word debugger down here, but then I got to do a refresh again on that. Wait, let's do this. If it's an animation, let's set a breakpoint there, see if we ever get in. But it looks like I don't think we are getting in there. Also, that breakpoint doesn't seem to be hit either. So we've got a refresh over here. I've clicked in it, and I'm going to now hit test group. I hear the sound effect, and we never get the animation. Let's do this. Set a breakpoint there, see if we stop it. Okay, once again, I'm going to click it, click the trigger. There it is right there. So we are here. And time offset milliseconds is -1. So yeah, that's all good. Let's set a breakpoint here and run it. What's going on? Is the timeout in seconds or milliseconds? I thought it was milliseconds. Yeah. It was like 1,000, right? Let's double check that. Boom. Okay, we're in the first time. We're at the breakpoint. It's funny, the first time we're in here, single effect, I heard the sound effect. And the millisecond off says it's 1,000. Why isn't this working? Hold on. Do we have 2 sound effects coming down? Let's try it. I'm hitting test script again. There's the first one. And then here's the second one. Trigger signal effect on the DTO. It says dense smoke. Effect kind is 0. What sound effect? Sound effect is 2. This next time coming in, but we don't come in the second time. Set timeout. Let me try one more time. Let's try breakpoint here. There's the first one. There's a sound effect. Here's the second one. Here's the second one coming in. DTO, it's dense smoke. And it's effect kind of 0. It's the second one. Okay. So we're going in here like this and then run. Why do we play it a second time? Why aren't we hitting the breakpoint? I don't get this. We should be hitting a breakpoint and we're playing a sound effect the second time. Yeah, this code right here all looks good to me. Try again. Test group. This is the first one. There's the sound effect. Run it. I don't hear any sound. Here's the second one. Set timeout. There's the function. Why is it failing? Nothing happened. I'm not hearing sound here. I hear it that time. Test group. Run. Run. Yeah, it's really weird. Okay, so I do so this is somehow never getting back being called. That's what I'm now. I don't get it. How do I, with arguments, here we go. Say hi phrase, say hi. The arguments come later. Let's try that instead. Let's change the syntax of this. And then so we're going to say set timeout. And see if that works. Right there. All right, so we got to refresh. This will also work, which is very similar to what we had before. Are we refreshed? It looks like we're refreshed. So let's go to the app. I'm going to click test group again. Pretty sure I hit it, and we did not hit any breakpoints. Yeah, I think we're just going to hear the sound effect. Okay. So for some reason we're not stopping here. We're going to probably have to restart this. Okay, I'm going to shut everything down, restart it, killing every instance of Chrome. Start up again. Yeah, I feel like this should work. Bring up the Dragon Front overlay. Let's go back over here, set this up, go to the effect group, add existing blue smoke, add a new sound effect. It's not a good sign. There we go. Okay, took a while. Potion swoosh. There's our potion swoosh right there. There's our smoke right there. Test the group. Okay, here we go. Sound effect animation emitter. So we've got breakpoints on the three different triggers that are in here. There's one right there. So the DTO, the offset is going to be 739. Makes sense now. The DTO is dense smoke now with a new time millisecond offset of -1, which is good. Can I set a breakpoint here now? I clicked it. Nothing seems to be happening. Interesting. Okay, I'm running. There's the sound effect. And we're completely out. Yeah, it is not, set time, it is not working. I'm not getting a callback. Well, I suppose I should put one right there to really double check it. Let's also click here so we hear the sound effect. I just did that. Test the group. There's the trigger. Second time, there's the sound effect. Third time, whoa, we got it. Did we get it? But we didn't. Yeah, the -1 was there. Okay, cool. Cool. Whoa, 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 whoa. Get vector on it, I think, failed. It looks like the target vector failed on this. And that's why it's interesting. That might be why we have the problem. Okay, there's that. There's that. The second time, here's the target vector piece right here. Get center. What's my target? Entry name is null. That shouldn't be a problem, I think. I had F11 and I'm all of a sudden in the front game loop. That does not make sense. That does not make sense. Why did that happen? Why did get center? Why did I not drive into get center right here. Let's set a breakpoint here. See what is the problem with our code. Okay, back over, are we running or not? Continue. Okay, come back over here, test group again. Run, 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 get center, run. Whoa, get center, I don't even jump into it with the breakpoint. Test group. What is going on? Now I'm here at this dot get center. I got a breakpoint right there at the top of it. It says get center is undefined. Oh, because we don't have a this. I think I got it. Okay. So that's because we're doing the set timeout on the this, but we're not doing the bind thing. This is that old TypeScript thing that that I've completely forgotten about since it's been a while since we've been in TypeScript. I think that's going to be the fix right there. And I think, I'm not sure I'll be able to get access. This isn't going to work without it and continue. Let's see if it is, see if there's any chance that this is going to work. Nothing's happening now when I hit test on this. So I'm going to come back over here, refresh. We'll have to refresh anyway to get it to work. I think there's a shot this is going to work. Okay, we're at 50%. Okay. Yeah, I think if Roy were here, he would have said that. He would have been like, dude. Okay, that's done. Let's do a test group on this one. Drag it off the screen, hit the button. Here's the test group. Okay, coming in the first time. I'm hitting the F5. There we go. Now we're inside. Nice. Nice. Now we're in trigger animation. That's what I was expecting. So the code was essentially simple. This binding was the piece that that I forgot. That we need to be able to bind. So when we call back in, we have a this, so we can call other functions like this.getCenter, this.trigger animation. That was my mistake right there. So good lesson to learn. So now, if we come over here, there, you can see a little bit of the smoke just go away. We'll do it one more time. Here comes test group. What? I don't have a breakpoint here. What? Do we clear all breakpoints? Delete all breakpoints? Yeah, I don't think I have any breakpoints. Oh man, that's not happy for me. Gonna have to restart. Yeah, it totally thinks I've got breakpoints. What if I did disable all breakpoints? Debug. Yeah, I can't even, yeah, that's just crazy. It's still debugging here for me. So I'm going to have to shut everything down one more time to get this to actually get some satisfaction, watch this thing work like it's supposed to. Here we go. Running again. Just, by the way, got a direct message on Twitch, a Twitch whisper from one of the folks that won a copy of CodeRushed. It said, just renewed my Universal subscription and it jogged my memory to say thanks for the drawing, but I'm already a subscribed customer. This person says, thanks for the content as well. Cheers. And I said, you are welcome. So very cool. Okay, so here we go. Let's go in to drag in front overlay. Finally, we had this idea like episodes ago to be able to combine these together, move them, separate them across in the timeline. Let's put this up over here. Put this over on this side of the screen. And we're going to bring up our, actually I'm going to do this. I'm going to put this up here like this. Grab my effect group. Bring this over to the other side over here. Switch my view. I think we'll be able to see all of that. Come in here. Let's build it up. Add an existing one. We're going to grab that blue smoke. There's the blue smoke. Add the new sound effect. Come in there. Click here. Grab the potion swoosh. Move it like that. I'm going to click test group. Okay. Now I want a poof sound effect. So, you know, that's what we're going to do. So let's go over here. Let's go to elements.envato.com. Go into our sound effects and look for a poof, like of smoke. Nope. Maybe.
Audio jungle.
No, I don't think so.
Audio jungle.
No.
Audio jungle.
No. No. Maybe. I want a smoke poof.
Jungle. Audio jungle.
No.
Audio jungle. Audio jungle. Audio jungle. Audio jungle.
There, I can work with that. Fine. What? No, sign in. Hold on, guys. All right, sign in. Boom. One more time. Oh, and it took me out of it. All right, back over here. We're going to call this, I'm going to look for smoke poof and see if we can find something a little bit better here. Ridiculous. All right, where were we at? We were down here. Heavy poof.
Audio jungle.
Fine. Let's do that one. All right, and where do we need to go? Let's go. So it's in the sound effects folder. Almost there. Sound effects. Here we go. There's a heavy poof. Save that there. And extract that. It's not quite as easy as I want it to be. Right? I want to be able to just right click, download, and then incorporate it immediately. That's what I'm looking for right there. Let's rename that to heavy poof, so at least it looks similar to what we had before. Heavy poof, like that. All right, cool. Let's come back into here so we can see it. And into the editor, let's add a new sound effect. There's the effect. Let's go grab heavy poof. There it is. We want heavy poof to start right about the same time, I think. Let's test it. Nice. Let's add some...
Awesome!
Yeah, it's not bad, right? Let's add some yellow embers to it. Let's put these up right over here, maybe. Test the group. It's kind of cool. I'm going to start the yellow embers a little sooner. Test the group. Put the yellow embers even sooner, maybe even sooner, like this, before the smoke. Kind of fun. Test the group. Cool. Let's add an emitter. What do we got here? We've got, I have some fire, which is, I can do the purple fire.
Hey, Mark.
Yeah, what you got? Just sent the new code to you. Much, much simpler. I can pay attention now. Thanks, Will, so much. We'll look at it tomorrow. I'll bring it up on the show tomorrow and we'll take a look at it. And it'll probably, my guess, look, I already got this working, my friend, right? And I think we can all agree this is not going to be as elegant as your code. But we'll look at your code, we'll take a look at it, we'll learn some lessons from it, but I'm unlikely to incorporate and change it because I'm wanting to get this done. I'm wanting to keep moving on this. I wanted to bring in an emitter over onto this combo too, just to show everything kind of going together. The emitter has a duration of infinity on it. I'm going to set its duration instead to say 5 seconds, for example. And let's see where we are on that for the. Did I do that for the wrong one? I did it for yellow embers, I think, which is going to have no effect. Set duration here. No, it says 5 seconds. Let's try one. Let's set duration on this to 3 seconds. Okay, there we go. So we've got some purple fire. And let's test this now and see if we get, where's the purple fire? I don't see it. I don't see the fire at all. That part's all awesome though. Why don't we have the purple fire is the question. All right, let's set some breakpoints and figure it out. There's the emitter. Set a breakpoint there and say test group. We don't get here. Okay. So it doesn't think there's an emitter out there. Is interesting. I guess let's start back out over here and see if we get find the emitter here. Test group and come in here. There's the first effect is an animation effect. The next one is a sound effect. Sound effect. And this is the one should be the emitter. Animation effect. Oh, no, wait, I think we're okay. I think the next one is the emitter then. The emitter. Time offset and add the effect. Well, we're adding the effect to the effect group. It's pretty simple code. We're serializing the object. We're sending it. What's going on with the emitter? Effect group, let's go over into Dragon Front game, choose trigger single effect. First one coming in, there's the smoke. I see it, I saw it over the stream. Very cool. I didn't notice we were doing it over the stream. That's the dense smoke. Okay, run it. There's the sound effect. What's this next one? Is the swoosh.wave. Okay. Next one is heavy poof.wave. Next one is embers large. That's the animation. I didn't see that one on the stream. Next one is the emitter, right? Yeah, that's the emitter. So let's step through this. Oh, but the offset is here. Okay, fine. So we're good there. And then now we've got a -1 offset here. What's this coming in now? This is dense smoke. Oh, that's maybe why I didn't see it. Next one in is heavy poof.wave. And next one in is embers large. Okay, run. And next one in is the emitter. So here's the emitter. No, no, no. Whoa, it says it's the animation? The effect kind was wrong on that, I think. And I think the problem is over here in this side. Let's set a breakpoint out here and try it again. I think we're setting that emitter shape incorrectly here. So there's the animation effect, sound effect. There's the sound effect, the animation effect, the emitter effect. And now let's look at emitter.effect kind is an animation. That's my problem. So get effect. Where is my problem? My problem, I think, is not here. I think my problem is on the editor side of things here. So let's kill this. Let's delete that. Let's add another existing emitter and look at and step through that. And I think that's where our code is. Because I could fix it here by correcting the data, but I'd like to find out where the data is actually having problems. So let's see here. So we're on the effect group. This is the effect group editor, which is in my D&D UI project here. And it's the group effect builder is where this code is. And this is the button add. This is where we're getting those entries. It could be too, is it really the case? Let's do one other thing here. Wait, why does it say, oh, emitter? Because I deleted and didn't connect it, I see. I didn't reselect something when I deleted it. Okay, so let's come in here, add existing. Okay. Where's the dialog? I don't see the dialog. Is it really going to do that? Where's my dialog? Yeah, I think I'm in trouble now because I feel like I'm locked up. It didn't like that I just set the breakpoint around that, and I have nothing I can do to get it. Okay. All right, so I'm just going to shut everything down, I think, is what I'm going to do. Set a breakpoint down below here. It might be in the data that's stored. I'm not sure. I'm thinking that might be the problem now. Let's go ahead and run one more time. Starting up. So I've got my breakpoint. Let's come in here to effect group, add existing effect. Let's go the purple fire. Let's see timeline data add entry, get effect duration, entry name. Effect entry is here. Effect entry emitter kind. This says it's an emitter. And the emitter effect says its effect kind is an animation. So we have some problems with the data in here that we're loading because we're just loading this right out from that file out there. So I'm going to hit run on this for now. I'm going to delete this piece that we just added. And I want to go back over to effects and I want to go look at purple fire. It says it's an emitter. What's going on? I'm loading the entries straight from the file. It says it's an emitter. Could it be that this data that we're holding in two different places is not being referred to it exactly the same way? It knows that it's an emitter for these. I'm wondering if I have the data in two different places is what I'm wondering. Let's grab purple fire again. And effect entry, effect kind says it's an emitter. And in the emitter effect, its effect kind is clearly an animation. So I do have it in two places. I have it in the entry and in the kind itself. So let's go into here a second. Let's look at some of this code. This is effect entry. The effect kind emitter effect is here. Let's go into emitter effect. Let's look at compare emitter effect with the constructors for the animation effect and see what's going on over here. Aha! I think this is my problem. I think I'm missing this line of code, a similar line of code over in my, let's see if my sound effect sets it as well. Yep. There it is right there. And there it is there. And it looks like my emitter effect is not setting that. So that, I think, is my problem. Let's go fix that. There is what feels like the solution. I'm not sure if this is going to fix what we're running now or the data we've already had out there and we've put out there, but let's delete these two. Let's see what we can do. Simplest test here. Put this on. Now let's look at here. Effect entry. The effect kind's an emitter, and then let's look at the emitter effect. Is it the effect kind is still animation? It is, because that's how we saved it, I think. So now the question is, how do I correct the data that's bad? And I think, I'm not exactly sure how I want to do that just yet. I think I want to do it over here. By the way, I can't see the chat room, so let's make sure I can see that. Yeah, I tried, by the way, I tried Alt-Tab for that will to find that, and I could not get it. I tried Alt-Shift-Space as well to try to bring the menu up. I've seen this happen before when debugging WPF. If I'm stepping through just as I'm about to present something, it's like it presents it in a behind the window, but I can't get to it in the with the tab key. So that's kind of what I feel like I'm dealing with. So trying to think of the best place to fix this. The because I have a feeling this problem is existing across the board here on these effects. If I come over here to the effects page and look at that. By the way, what is this? Let's see if we can figure this out, by the way. It's just a margin? Is that what we're dealing with? A big margin on here? That may be what's going on. Live view, the effects list, live property explorer is over here. Let's look for the margin on that. Nope. Padding. What are we in? It's in a border. Could it be? Nope, that doesn't make sense either. Let's look at that as well. That's in, I think, my effects list here. I've got a stack panel. Huh, all that looks good to me. I'm not seeing anything that would push that down there. Let's look at the tab control here. That is under effects. Vertical alignment is bottom. Top. There we go. Let's try stretch. Huh. Okay. So we're still limited to the overall height. Well, that's because of this problem here. Let's see if we say height is equal to auto. There we go. Better. Okay, good. All right, so I think what I want to do is let's go look at this. So I'm here, blue fire. I say change that to emitter. I wonder if this is enough to do this for each one of these. Whoops, I didn't want to do that. Just for the emitter pieces. This is going to, if this is going to solve the problem. And then closing down, let's add one more. Let's duplicate Fireball 4, make it Fireball 5. And we'll adjust the hue just a little bit. We'll make one change there. And then we'll close down. That should save those out. I want to see if that alone has solved this problem, hopefully. And if not, we'll have to drill in a little more to figure it out. And I closed it down, but we're still running because we've got other windows and stuff up. I'm going to shut those down. killer instance over there of Chrome. Start back up again. And let's see. Do we have our breakpoint over here in Group Effect Builder? Switch to there. Set a breakpoint there. There we go. And bring up the effect editor. Go to Effect Group, add existing, this purple fire, effect entry. So on the outside it says it's an emitter, and in the emitter effect it says still an animation. We're going to have to, because it's saved as an animation. How is that happening? Let's do another thing. Let's go over into, let's make sure that when we are in our effect editor.
Too bad.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you, Will. Let's go into our effect editor. Let's see if we can find that. Effect builder, is that going to be it, or the effect list? Let's run this.
Too bad.
There we go. We got it in two different places, I think. Yeah. Let's see here. Let's go to. I want to go, I think, here. Yeah, I think this is where I want to start here. So if we click on RB emitter checked, the effect kind, yeah, so I think I'm going to need to come in here and say dot emitter effect dot, oops, sorry, I meant to hit emitter effect, there, dot effect kind equals effect kind dot emitter. Nope, effect kind. Yeah, I think we're dealing with saved data. I think if I were to create a new emitter effect right now, let's add a new effect here. Here's my new effect. Let's make it an emitter. And let's see, we got 500 particles per second. It's, I'll make it a circle, radius of 5, edge spread is 1%, 500 per second, go forever, and put it at screen position 960, 540, center of the screen. And I'm not sure if I can test this effect anywhere. If I hit test effect here, Not seeing anything. Let's see if I can see it over here at all. Not there either. And yet somehow I feel like it's, we call this the new emitter. Like that. And then let's come over here. I wonder if that existing is going to see that. It's not, because I need to trigger a save, and I haven't saved that yet. And I don't know how to save this. What? Oh, look at that. I've got a bug. Is that right? I switch away, come back. Look at that. Okay, so I need to save that when we lose this page. So let's see if we can figure that out. When we change on a new page, I want to definitely save. So I want to go back to my main window. And this is my, where's my tab control here? Tab control. Nothing going on here. I've got no events here yet. I'm going to drop a marker here so I can get back here quickly. I'm going to get to, I need to set a breakpoint somewhere just so I can add this over here. I'm going to set a breakpoint here, just where we had before, that breakpoint. Come back over to effect group. We're going to go in and say add existing, grab purple burst. Okay, so now I've got the breakpoint. I'm going to hit escape to pick up the marker, come back over here, and now I'm going to say something like, I'm looking for like selection changed. Tab, hit the letter E. I'm sorry, hit control, the letter E, so I can see selection change. That's what I was looking for. And tab control player change. Yeah, no, we're going to do, this is a brand new one. There is the breakpoint there, and then we'll run. And then now we should get that piece right there. The sender is there. What's our e-args over here? Anything? Removed items and added items. It's a tab item. And I think it's called the header property is what it's, I'm trying to remember what it's, headers effects, cool. And the removed item must be the one we're leaving. And its header is effects group. Okay, super cool. So we're going to say, e dot removed items. Is it a list? Is that what it is? I thought it was just one item. It's like an array or something like that. Okay. Let's see if we can access it like this. If removed items of 0 is tab item, I think is what it is. Tab item. Then what we want to do is say if tab item dot a header, or just we can say if tab item, I guess right now we got to say dot header because I bet we don't have a name. Do we have a name for these items out here in main window for our individual tabs that I could just check? No name. So I'm going to just check to see if its header is equal to effects for right now. Then we want to save the effects. And that is going to be, shoot, our effects list doesn't have a name either, but I can come in here and give it one, except I can't access it from the other side without restarting it, I think. Also, what's this here? What's my error here? Did not find any elements to update, yeah. Okay, I'm going to break it, kill it. All right, let's give these names so we have better code here anyway. So we're going to call this that. And then we're going to come over here and we're going to say effects list dot save. Do we have anything in there that starts with save? Doesn't look like it. Let's just implement it. And we're going to say, in here, we're going to say save entries, right? I think it's going to look something like that. Save effects, the file name, and I think we can just say that to null, and it's going to use the file name that's already associated with it. We get the data file name, which is a property that we've already set for LB list effects list out here. There it is right there, all effects.json. So, okay, so now we can call a save. That'll save it when we leave, which is important. And I think that's, now what I want to do is also, I want to do this instead. I want to say tab item is equal to TB effects, and then let's give it that name as well. Right here. So the XN template lets me do that quickly. While I'm at here, I want to do it for everything. I think it makes sense. Actually, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to save that for now, not do that. Okay, so let's try running it one more time. Here comes the run. Build succeeded. How are we doing here? What do we got up and running here? Here they come. Okay, selection changed. I'm going to clear that. I don't need that breakpoint. Oh, is it coming back? Yeah, look at that. Feedback loop problem. I'm clicking it and it takes too long for it to come back, so I click it a second time. What's my edit? I didn't make any edits. What? Yeah, I'm clicking this, nothing's happening. This is weird. Really, I made no edits. All right, I'm going to restart it. Yeah, I saw your cast to string comment. Well, yeah, that was with the header comparison. Okay, so here we go. That seems totally fair to me. Okay.
At least 20 minutes. Go now, get dressed, get yourself together. Are you done with your show?
Nope, I'm still going, babe. No worries. All right. let's get, so one more time, effects. Let's just put a breakpoint here. Look at this. We've got this thing again where we got breakpoints hitting, but we don't have breakpoints there. User joined. Okay. I'm not sure what's happening here. What is my exception? No such host is known. Not sure what the problem is there. We're in a whole bunch of these. Okay. All right, so we're in effects. Let's add a new effect. It's going to be called our new emitter. Like that. It's going to be an emitter. And we're going to make it circular. I'm fine with that. And I want to put it screen position, put it in the middle of the screen, 960, 540. Click on that for screen position. And now we should be able to click away and get the save breakpoint. There it is right there. Hit run and then click back and it's there in the list. Good. That means also that we can come over.
Miller!
Yeah, what you got? I put 5,400. Now I got 5. Oh wait, maybe you're right. Thanks for that. Let's go double check that. New emitter. You're right. Thank you. Didn't see that. Okay, so change it to 540, switch away, come back over, and it's got the 540. Good. So now come over here, add existing. Let's add a new emitter. Let's do a test on the group. We need to get actually to a page where we can see that. Oh, look at that. It's happening on the live stream right now. Perfect. So that is good. That is, I think that is when I do it on the live stream, I think we have only, the engine only supports one emitter at a time, which means if I change to a different emitter like Purple Fire and I say test effect, there it is right there. You can see it on the stream just changed, which is good. Good. And then I think I have a Purple Burst, which has a limited, so stops after 200 right here, whereas the others, if you look at them like Blue Fire, they go for infinity. They just go forever. But if I go over here to, that by the way was triggered by Will doing his test fireball command over there in the chat room. But if we go back into here and we say test effect and we say, well, I'm not going to stop it. I'm just going to say there's my new emitter. But let's go to the Purple Burst, which does have a limited, choose test effect, and then it'll happen. Looks like we come over here. Oh, interesting, single effect. Got a breakpoint. I'm just going to clear the breakpoint and run. Now what I want to do is go over to the effect group here, and let's delete this, but let's bring the pieces we were trying to bring together before. So we don't have any persistence here yet. That's why we're rebuilding it every time. But now I think we're going to come in here, at least proof of concept, be able to come in here, grab a sound effect, and it's in a wave file. Let's get the potion swoosh. So we're going to swoosh a potion. We are going to, let's add an animation. Actually, I don't want that. I want to add one of our existing. So I'm going to come in here. I want to add our yellow embers. And so those are going to come somewhere around here. And also add some blue smoke. And that'll come in right about there. Add an existing, I can add a new sound effect. Again, right about here. Grab the poof that we've got. The heavy poof, put it about right in here. And then, let's add an existing emitter. Why not? Okay, there we go. All right, good. And we'll grab our Purple Burst. And the Purple Burst is there. Now, one of the things that's cool, I worked on this, I think, outside the show, but if I move this, watch what happens to the stop after. There it was 200, but I can actually extend it, right? So the Purple Burst is around for as long as the smoke is, right? So there's where the smoke ends. And so if we do that and say test group, is it going to work on the stream? Nice. But I don't see the emitter. Why is the emitter not working? Is that because of the data problem? That, I think, is the data problem. Hold on, though. Let's go in to our effects. That also means, though, that if I grab Purple Burst and I change it. I think we added that code to fix it there. I come back over here. This one won't work, but if I add an existing purple burst again, if I grab this purple burst, I think it will. So we'll do this test group. There it is. There it is. So that one worked. This one did not. So I'm going to take this one, delete this one, grab this purple burst, make it extend longer, but have it end just as the blue smoke ends, and see if that works. Here we go. Boom. Got the spark effects. Okay, looks like the blue smoke, the length of the blue smoke is incorrectly calculated. It looks like, let me try lining it up with about the halfway point of the blue smoke. It could be that blue smoke's running at 15 frames per second, and I thought it was running at 30, and I miscalculated in the constants I set up. Let's try this. And they both ended at the same time. So the emitter stayed around, when I say they ended, is that what we're dealing with is the lifespan is 1.5 seconds. But if I just say, okay, well, that lifespan is 1.5 seconds, and I come in here, this is 1.6 seconds, so if I just bring this down to like 0.1, what happens here now? Well, we see them, and those pieces go away. So there it is right there. So that's what's happening there. So in general, I think this is pretty workable, right? I can come in here. My blue smoke calculation, I think, is often wrong. But basically, so it's going to last this long plus another 1.5 seconds when because of the duration of the lifespan of the particle right here. So when we stop it, that's when we stop generating particles, but the particles will last for another 1.5 seconds. And this duration here, this is, I could do that at 1. If I do that at 1.5, let's do that at 1.5 there, just to see there, line it up with the middle, there's that, and then bring this to the beginning of that, to there. That should similarly end. The last one should end just as the smoke goes away. Pretty close. Pretty close. So anyway, it's something definitely workable. We can kind of work on that and play with that, but it is now, we're at a point where we can kind of do this. We can do these kinds of things. And we can come in here and say, well, you know what, let's start playing with this. Yeah. Very cool. Cool. So we've got it. We've got our timeline control, sending over data. We need to persist this. And this is all going to be, the context of this is that bigger context over there. Let me, by the way, come in and grab one of these fireballs. Let's grab Fireball 4 over here. And maybe we'll do that in place of the blue smoke instead. And so we'll do that. And let's test that group. Nice. Fireball is off in the wrong position here. It's on active player here. Offset a bit. So we can set that over to 0. Test the group. A little bit closer. Offset it to -300, maybe -200. Not 2000. Test the group again. Very cool. Yeah. It's very, very cool stuff. Yeah. So fun stuff now. It's now with some editing in here. We can come in and we can edit the purple burst emitter. We can do that if we want to. We've got a max opacity here. Let's change that as well. Make that 50%. Try it again. Oh, interesting. That didn't seem to have any impact on it. Why did that not have that? 30%? Nope. Looks like max opacity is not getting through. So let me write a note to myself to fix that. We'll look at that. Let's see what other things can we do. Let's see if the particle radius, let's drop this down to say 2. Test it again. There we go. That's working. So yeah, it looks like just, so not bad. And let's do our purple burst like over here. See what happens. Yeah. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I like it. I like it. It's very cool, very easy to make these very custom effects. Let's move the fireball over a little bit more, about another 100 over. Yeah, these custom effects for the game Dungeons and Dragons. So when a player says, I'm going to swig from the health potion, we might hear and see something like this happening live over the stream, where when they do that, when that action takes place. So cool. So we're definitely on our way. So the next step is to now bind these over to our items, so we can add the effects here. So this is what this UI is going to be for. We'll be able to add an effect and build the effect group just like we're seeing here, and then be able to test out the different effects that we bind to it. And then after we get those items built, our players will be able to carry those items, and then as they carry these items, and then do things like they equip them, unequip them, or hit a strike with them, that sort of things, we'll see the effects live on the stream over on the overlay. So in general, really, really good. Not giving away a copy of CodeRushed today. Thanks again to Will Bennett. Definitely, Will, we appreciate you, all your contributions out there. Everybody who's been out there lurking and watching us, appreciate that as well. We'll be starting, I think, an hour early than we normally have done the last week, so that we're in sync with Rory. We'll be doing that, and I think that's it. With that, we'll see you tomorrow.
CodeRushed.